Hey y'all, it's Kim, and I thought I'd bring you along. It is Christmas morning, and I'm just going to get all of my potatoes in my crock pots. I've got 2 of them over here, and I've sprayed them already with the avocado spray. And I'm going to start with the sweet potatoes. I've already peeled them with my little peeler. I just, put them in the sink and have the water running really low, and I just kind of, go to town with this. I dig out the little holes, like sometimes you'll get something. Well, I need to dig that out, don't I? Sometimes you'll get a little something that doesn't need. I'm still needing to get that. My goodness. Okay, so I need to dig in there a little bit. I'm going to take the tip of this and dig in there and get that out, because there was just like a spot here, and I didn't get it all. So, like I got all that one. But I'm going to dig that out with this, and I'm going to get my knife, chop them up, and they're going to go in a crock pot. Okay, the way I chop these, I don't know, everybody has their different way of chopping them, but I don't need to chop these real small. They're going to end up mashed anyways. So I just slice the potato into rounds, and then just slice into it. I don't need little bitty chunks. Sweet potatoes are harder to slice up than regular potatoes, so I'm just big chunks, and they're going to go in the crock pot. Alright, I do have the sweet potatoes chopped up. They're in the pan that's in the crock pot. That is 3 pounds of sweet potatoes. And over here is the one that I've got for the regular potatoes. And I don't peel these, but I have scrubbed them really well with a scrub brush and everything. And I'm just going to chop these up a little smaller than I chopped the sweet potatoes. But this is a 5-pound bag, and the whole 5-pound bag is going into this crock pot right here. Right here. Okay, let me chop, and I'll show you what I got in a minute. Okay, the next thing I've got to put in here in each crock pot, I'm putting in a stick of butter. I'm going to sprinkle some of this on these potatoes, the yellow potatoes, and maybe half a cup or more, a little bit of chicken broth. And so I'm going to pour that in here. And this, I haven't decided if I want to do sweet or savory, but either way I'm going to need the butter. So let me get all that stuff in here. Alright, I've got the chicken bouillon in here. And then I poured probably half, maybe 3/4 a cup of the chicken broth in here. And I did decide to go savory with the sweet potatoes. So I put the stick of butter, a little salt, a little pepper in there. And y'all, these are on high. I'm going to let them go for about an hour. And I'm going to come back and stir probably every hour or so. These will take about 4 hours to get soft on high. Alright, I have stirred these around a couple of times. It's been probably close to 2 hours that these have been in here, so I've got that stirred. I did add a splash or so, maybe 1/4 to half a cup of chicken broth to the sweet potatoes. And so yeah, a couple more hours to go on all this, and I'm gonna get going on my other stuff. So I've got my little spoons here. I've got them on this little plate. And this one's for the sweet potatoes, and this one's for the regular potatoes. And I'm going to get my casserole ready to go next. Okay, next up is I'm going to get the casserole going. So in this casserole are the Southern style hash browns. I've got I shredded up, well, I had a helper. My daughter and I both took turns shredding up this 1-pound block of cheese. So that's not all of it's going in. Part of it's going in, but we shred the whole thing. And then I'm going to put in this 1-pound package of cubed ham, cream of chicken soup, a cup of sour cream, and normally it calls for milk, but we don't buy milk anymore. It's either almond milk or heavy cream. So I'm going to use almond milk in this. And it just gets mixed up in here. So, and a little seasoning, salt and pepper, that kind of thing. So let me get everything in the bowl. Everything is in this bowl. I've just got to stir it around, and if I think it's too thick, I'll just add a bit more almond milk and get it stirred around. That's about a cup or so of sour cream. I don't measure it. I just scoop what I think is about a cup, probably a little heavy-handed. But let me get this stirred around, and then I'm going to put it in this casserole dish that's been sprayed with my avocado spray. Alright, I have got my mixture stirred up, and that's about the consistency I want right there. And I did have to add a little bit more liquid, but you know, I already had this chicken broth open for my potatoes, so I just added enough in there to make it, you know, a little bit liquidy, because this has got to go in the oven for an hour. So yeah, and I've still got most of that cheese left back here. I'm just going to put that in a zipper bag. And I'm going to pour this into this, and then pop it in the oven for about an hour. Okay, I've got it in the pan. I scraped it out of my bowl with, yeah, let's talk about this spatula right here. I got this thing at Sam's Club. It's got a really long handle. It's really sturdy, and it came in a 2-pack. And y'all, I love this thing. I love this thing. It's amazing. And 2 of them, you know, I don't know. I don't remember what it was. I'll see about, I'll try to go and look up the price. I want to say it was, the 2-pack was maybe $10, maybe less than that, but amazing, amazing. So, you know, if you're needing various things like this, go look in the Sam's Club, the restaurant supply department, because there's lots of good stuff there, really inexpensive, and they work really well in the kitchen. But anyways, okay, so this is in here. I'm going to clean my little mess up, put that away, and put this in the oven. The next thing I'm going to do today is make this. I just printed this off of the internet. I'll try to link this recipe in the description box below. Hopefully I don't forget. But I'm just going to put it all in this little pint jar and whisk it around with my little whisk. And I've got all my ingredients gathered up here. The only thing is, this calls for white wine vinegar. This is already in the refrigerator open, and I need to use it. So I'm just gonna mix this up, and I'll bring it back. Okay, this is done. I did forget to pull down the paprika, so that went in too. Basically, it's equal parts of paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I did forget, this isn't in the recipe, but I like to add a little squirt of stevia to cut some of this, I don't know, to make it taste more like Big Mac sauce, right? And I'm just gonna clean off my little whisk. Why couldn't I think of the name? And put this lid on. Y'all, these lids are amazing. I get them off of Amazon, and it's just it screws onto the top of these wide mouth mason jars, and it pops up so you can pour it, and then snaps down. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. I just checked on the potatoes. These still need probably another hour. These are getting close, the sweet potatoes, so I took them down from high to low. So that's on low. The yellow potatoes are still on high. So we're going to let these go for another hour or so. Okay, I just took my potato masher and mashed up these sweet potatoes. I did add somewhere between 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup of sour cream. 2 big globs, right? I don't measure on stuff like this. But I added that, a little more salt and pepper. And then let me show you what I put in. I put in a nice sprinkling of these bacon, crumbled bacon pieces that I got from Sam's Club. I don't know, probably put a 1/2 cup or so, something like that, and just stirred that around. And I'm going to let that come to heat. And I need to check on these. They might be close to being done. We'll see. Let me stir those around next. Okay, I have got the mashed potatoes all done. All I did was add some heavy cream in here and took my potato masher and mashed them up. Sometimes I take the blender to it if I want it really creamy. I mean, not blender, mixer. If I want it really creamy, I'll put the mixer in and do that. I just didn't feel like doing that today. I wanted them a little lumpy. Sometimes I just like that. So, heavy cream. So really all that was in here was the potatoes, the salt and pepper, about a half a cup of the chicken broth, and then some of this stuff. And I really didn't do a whole lot of salt because of that the chicken bouillon. I did do some pepper, not much. You can't even see it in there. But the heavy cream and my potato masher, and I'm just going to bump this down to let's see here. Let's see, I'm going to bump it down to low, and let's put a timer on it for an hour so that it'll hold, because I've still got a little bit of time on my casserole. So we're just going to let this sit here and stay warm. Y'all, this is the best thing for keeping your mashed potatoes warm. You can do it ahead. You can even cook them. I've done it where I've just cooked them on the stove regular like I always used to, and just put it in the crock pot to hold, keep it hot. But then I discovered that I could do the whole thing in the crock pot, and it's basically doing itself. So so yeah, the potatoes are done. I'm going to put the lid back on it so they stay hot. Or warm, not hot, warm. They'll stay warm. Okay, I have pulled this out of the freezer. This is just some cooked up ground beef. And I'm going to put that in my little pot over here and season it up with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And get it ready for burger salad. Alright, I've got my ground beef in here. And y'all, you can see I browned this up back in May. And I just popped it in the microwave for about a minute just to get it loosened up from the bag, and it's still mostly frozen. And I just seasoned it up with what I showed you: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And I may have to add a little splash of water to get this going, but I probably won't. If I do, I will, but otherwise I'll just let it go, because there is some, you can see a little bit of fat on there right there. So it might have enough fat to kind of get it going. I did decide to go ahead and put a splash or two of water in here so that I can, because here's the thing, when I cook up a whole thing, a big thing of ground beef, I don't season it at all. I just save it for when I'm going to use it. You know, I freeze it flat, and then when I use it, then I season it for whatever I need it for. So I wanted to just add a couple of splashes of water in here so that I could let it cook in these seasonings a little bit before I'm ready to use it. And the water will probably cook off here in just a few minutes, but it'll cook long enough to for those seasonings to get in there in that ground beef. Okay, I've got the potatoes done. Regular mashed potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes, savory. This is not sweet. It's almost, I mean, let's see. This has got sour cream in it. This does not. But other than that, I basically treated the potatoes the same. This is really good. Really good. I just pulled that hash brown casserole out of the oven, and we're going to spoon that up. And then I did cut the ground beef off. I'll show you how I'm going to use that shortly, but we'll go with this first. Okay, we're ready to go eat. This is looking good. Y'all, I'm not eating a whole lot of this. It's real carby. Matter of fact, most of what I've made today is very carby. But it's what everybody wanted, so I'm making what everybody wanted. Okay, so I had some of this. Y'all, I just get these for the chopped lettuce. I tend to throw all the little things in the packets away, so I just poured some of this salad blend, chopped salad blend, into the bottom of my bowl. Added some of the shredded cheese that I shredded earlier. Added some dill pickle relish. And now I'm just going to add some of this ground beef to the top. A couple little spoonfuls. And then I'm going to drizzle on. Whoop, takes me both hands to open this little lid, but I'm just going to drizzle on a little bit of this Big Mac salad dressing. Okay. And there's my Big Mac salad. Alright, I have put up, I took the Crocs out of my slow cookers. They're in the dishwasher going, along with the lids, along with everything else. And what I did do is put together salads for the next 2 work days. So I just used the rest of this mix that was in here. So I ended up getting 3 salads out of that, because I had 1 today, and then I made 2 more. And all I put on here was, I probably should open, I think I'll open that back up and just put some pepper, just sprinkle some pepper on top of that. But I've got the chopped greens on the bottom, and then I put some of the cheese that I shredded earlier on top of that, and then I put some dill pickle relish on top of here. I could put dill pickles, but then I'd have to chop them, and the dill pickle relish is just dill pickles chopped up, so I might as well use that. So that's salads for 2 days. So it's a short work week, only 4 days, and when I get home, I'll just clean these out, and I'll wait. Let's see, so this will be Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I'll wait until I get home after church on Wednesday night and make the 2 salads for Thursday and Friday. And then I've got these 2 little, these are just small, wide mouth mason jars, and there's probably about 3 ounces of that ground beef in there, that cooked ground beef. So I can just take this to work and pop this glass jar. I'll take the lid off, and pop the jar into the microwave, heat it up for a minute, and then dump it on top of the salad. And then this container I can just take to work and leave in the refrigerator, because that'll be enough salad dressing for the week. So lunches for the next 2 work days, and all the leftovers are put away. But yeah, I'm gonna call this cook with me today all done, and got the stove cleaned up, this area cleaned up, and dishes washing in the dishwasher. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video today. I will see y'all later. Bye.